Welcome back to True Terra Files Official, the channel where we investigate chilling real-world mysteries hiding inside everyday places. Tonight's investigation explores a disturbing modern question many homeowners never seriously consider until something strange happens. What if the technology designed to protect your home is actually watching you more closely than any intruder ever could? Smart locks, voice assistants, cameras, and thermostats promise comfort, security, and effortless convenience for millions of families. Yet behind that convenience lies a complicated network of microphones, sensors, and digital connections, constantly recording your private daily life. In this episode, we explore 3 true modern horror stories where homeowners realized their smart houses were behaving like silent observers. Each case involves everyday technology suddenly acting in ways that left residents questioning who was controlling their home remotely. Before we begin, ask yourself an uncomfortable question that many security experts now openly discuss. When you install dozens of connected devices, are you increasing safety or inviting strangers into your private digital world? Let's begin with the first story involving a couple who trusted their smart assistant to manage their entire household routine. Daniel Harper and Emily Carter moved into a modern suburban home equipped with a fully automated voice-controlled system. Lights, temperature, security cameras, and even the coffee machine were controlled through one central smart hub. At first, the system worked exactly as promised, adjusting lighting automatically and responding instantly to spoken commands. But after several months, Emily noticed something unsettling happening during late evening hours when the house was completely quiet. The smart assistant would occasionally activate without hearing its designated wake phrase, softly responding to conversations. Daniel assumed the device simply misinterpreted background noise or television audio during those moments. However, Emily began reviewing the device's voice history log through the companion mobile application one evening. Inside the log, she found dozens of recorded voice interactions that neither she nor Daniel remembered making. Some recordings captured faint voices speaking from somewhere inside the house after midnight, when both residents were asleep. The device had apparently interpreted these sounds as commands and stored them like ordinary voice requests. One entry simply contained a whisper asking the system to turn on hallway lights at exactly 3:12 a.m. Daniel checked the security cameras, expecting to see himself sleepwalking, or perhaps a malfunctioning motion trigger. Instead, the camera showed empty hallways illuminated by lights switching on automatically while the couple remained asleep. Alarmed by the discovery, Daniel disconnected the assistant from the network and contacted a cybersecurity specialist. The investigation revealed that an unknown user had gained remote access through an outdated firmware vulnerability months earlier. Someone had quietly monitored the household through connected microphones, while occasionally testing control over various devices. Thankfully, the intruder never attempted physical access, but the idea of months of silent observation deeply disturbed the couple. Even after securing the network, Daniel admitted he could no longer ignore the feeling that the house had been listening. The second case reveals what can happen when a smart home system moves from passive monitoring into active interference. Michael Lawson, a software engineer, lived alone in a newly constructed apartment filled with connected appliances. One evening, Michael returned home from work and entered his apartment using a biometric smart lock connected to his phone. Everything appeared normal until he attempted to leave again to meet a friend for dinner later that night. The door lock refused to disengage despite repeated authentication attempts from both his fingerprint scanner and the mobile application. At first, Michael believed the battery inside the lock had simply failed or lost power unexpectedly. However, when he checked the control dashboard on his tablet, he noticed the system listed the door as manually locked. Michael was the only registered administrator inside the building's smart system. Even stranger, the system showed a login session active from an unknown device connected somewhere outside the apartment network. As Michael attempted to reset the system remotely, the apartment speakers suddenly activated without any command. A distorted voice came through the speaker briefly, followed by several loud bursts of static before the audio feed cut off again. The lights in the hallway flickered twice as the thermostat suddenly lowered the temperature inside the apartment dramatically. Michael quickly disconnected the main router from power, forcing the smart system offline to regain manual control. When the door finally unlocked, he left immediately and contacted building management along with cybersecurity authorities. Investigators later confirmed that someone had exploited a vulnerability through a secondary device connected to the apartment network. The attacker had gained administrative privileges by infiltrating a poorly secured smart light controller installed during construction. From that small device, they accessed the entire building's automation system and briefly experimented with remote control functions. Michael's apartment simply happened to be the first unit they targeted while testing their access, although the incident ended without injury. Michael later admitted the experience changed how he views home automation forever. Being locked inside his own apartment by an unseen operator felt less like a technical glitch and more like a psychological intrusion. Our final story reveals perhaps the most disturbing possibility when digital systems quietly observe homeowners for extended periods. Sarah Mitchell lived in a quiet neighborhood where smart security cameras were installed throughout the property. The system streamed video to a secure cloud server so Sarah could monitor the house remotely while traveling for work. After several months, Sarah noticed unusual spikes in internet data usage during times when she was not actively viewing camera feeds. Curious about the pattern, she reviewed the account login history associated with the camera storage service. The logs showed repeated access sessions from an unfamiliar IP address located in another region entirely. Initially, Sarah assumed someone had attempted random login attempts against her account password. But when she opened the archive storage folder, she discovered something far more alarming hidden among normal recordings. Several camera clips had been privately downloaded multiple times without her knowledge. The downloaded clips focused specifically on interior camera angles inside her living room and bedroom hallway. These downloads occurred late at night when Sarah believed the cameras were simply running their normal recording cycles. Concerned about the possibility of unauthorized surveillance, Sarah immediately contacted the device manufacturer and security professionals. Their analysis revealed that someone had inserted hidden streaming permissions inside the system months earlier. Through that exploit, the intruder could quietly watch camera feeds whenever Sarah was home without triggering any obvious alerts. The cameras designed to protect her home had unknowingly become tools for remote observation by a stranger. Once the vulnerability was removed, investigators confirmed no additional breaches remained within the network infrastructure. Even so, Sarah chose to disable all indoor cameras permanently and keep only exterior security monitoring active. She explained that the idea of someone quietly observing private moments inside her home felt deeply unsettling. Stories like these highlight a growing challenge within the modern era of connected household technology. Every microphone, sensor, and camera designed to improve convenience also expands the potential attack surface for cyber intruders. Experts warn that poorly secured devices often become entry points into entire home networks. Once inside that network, attackers may access microphones, cameras, and control systems without homeowners noticing immediately. Fortunately, security professionals recommend several important precautions to protect modern smart homes from similar incidents. Regular firmware updates, strong authentication methods, and segmented networks significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Disconnecting devices that are rarely used also limits the number of potential vulnerabilities inside your home infrastructure. Most importantly, homeowners should periodically review device activity logs to ensure systems are behaving normally. Smart technology itself is not inherently dangerous, but ignoring security updates can create serious privacy risks. When devices operate silently in the background, unusual activity may go unnoticed for long periods of time. These three stories remind us that modern convenience must always be balanced with careful digital awareness. The tools we invite into our homes should always remain under our direct control, rather than someone else's hidden command. Now, we want to ask you a question that many viewers find surprisingly difficult to answer honestly. How many internet-connected devices currently exist inside your own home right now? More importantly, when was the last time you checked who might be accessing those devices remotely? Share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments, because many viewers discover helpful insights from each other's stories. Some of the most fascinating investigations featured on this channel actually begin with viewer submissions. If you enjoy exploring unsettling mysteries surrounding modern technology and unexplained events, you are in the right place. True Terror Files Official is dedicated to uncovering stories where everyday environments suddenly reveal unexpected dangers. From haunted locations to digital intrusions, we investigate the hidden fears that often exist just beneath ordinary life. If you found tonight's investigation intriguing, consider subscribing so you never miss future episodes. Your support helps us research more unusual cases and share them with viewers around the world. New videos exploring mysterious encounters and strange real-world events appear regularly on this channel. Turning on notifications ensures you are alerted whenever the next investigation becomes available. Thank you for spending time with us as we examined these unsettling modern smart home experiences. Remember that technology can be an incredible tool when used carefully and responsibly. But every connected device also reminds us how important privacy awareness has become in today's digital world. Sometimes the most frightening discoveries occur not in distant forests or abandoned buildings. Instead, they appear quietly inside the familiar walls of our own homes. Stay curious, stay cautious, and never ignore strange activity from devices designed to watch over your living space. Because occasionally, the system observing your house might not be the one you installed yourself. Until our next investigation here on True Terror Files Official, keep questioning what hides behind everyday technology. Sleep well, keep your network secure, And remember that awareness is the best defense in a connected world. And if your smart device suddenly activates in an empty room tonight, you might want to check who or what is listening.